Traders don't fail because they lack knowledge. They fail because they lack obedience. They already know what to do, yet they hesitate. They second guess. They wait. They modify. They add noise. They let time exist between trigger and action. And time is where hesitation survives. Time is where emotion enters. Time is where execution dies. Hesitation isn't emotional at the beginning. It becomes emotional because it is allowed to live. And it lives in only one place, inside the trade. That's where weakness hides. That's where fear negotiates. That's where rules get broken. You don't lose discipline because you're emotional. You become emotional because you left room for hesitation. Execution only becomes clean when it becomes automatic. The zone isn't magic. It isn't luck. It isn't mindset hype. It's the result of pre-deciding everything before the trade begins, so nothing is left to feel during execution. No choices, no negotiation, no emotional debate, mechanical obedience, cold execution. This is episode 4 of the Discipline Protocol. If you've been here since episode 1, you already know. Trigger equals action. Emotion doesn't control behavior. Variance is accepted, never feared. Now we build automation. Because discipline doesn't come from motivation. It comes from removing options. Hit the like button now. This series is built for traders who are done negotiating with weakness. Today, we build automatic execution. The end of hesitation once and for all. Clarity doesn't come from thinking more. It comes from thinking earlier. Professionals don't think faster than you. They don't have superhuman discipline. They simply don't leave decisions for inside the trade. And because they remove decision-making during execution, they remove hesitation. And when hesitation dies, emotion loses its oxygen. Every moment of hesitation lives in the gap between decision and action. Remove that gap, hesitation has nowhere to exist. This is why most traders struggle. It's not a psychological problem, it's a structural one. Their plan still leaves room for negotiation, room for maybe, room for I'll just adjust, room for failure. Hesitation is not a mindset issue. It's a process issue. Professionals operate with pre-commitment. Before the session begins, everything is already decided. Valid setup, entry trigger, risk, stop, management, exit criteria. When price reaches the trigger, they don't ask, should I take this? That question doesn't exist anymore. The decision was already made. All that's left is execution. If you're still here, you already understand. This isn't trading like the masses. This is engineering discipline through structure. Subscribe now, because this series compounds. Each episode locks a new layer. You miss one, you break the sequence. Hesitation only survives in traders who allow time inside execution. Emotion only enters when time exists. Remove time, and emotion collapses. No emotion, no hesitation, clean execution. That's the chain, that's the math. That's rule number 4. You don't fix hesitation by feeling braver. You don't fix it by getting more confident. You don't fix it by watching more charts or adding more confirmation. Hesitation isn't emotional at the start. Emotion is only a symptom. The root problem is time. Time creates mental negotiation. Mental negotiation invites emotion. Emotion destroys execution. You can't fight emotion directly. You can't stay calm during a trade by force. You can't control fear with motivation. Willpower fails in real time. When price moves against you, your survival instinct activates faster than your logic. Try to fight emotion head on, and the nervous system will always win. Emotion is primal. You don't beat it with inspirational quotes. So, professionals do what works. They remove emotion by removing the time it needs to grow. They don't fix emotion and they starve it. They don't try to manage hesitation. They eliminate the conditions that allow hesitation to exist. No time equals no hesitation. No hesitation equals no emotional override. This is why structure is more important than motivation. This is why rules beat intuition. This is why obedience beats experience. Discipline isn't a feeling. Discipline is the absence of choice during execution. If there is nothing to think about, nothing can interfere. Automation isn't about trading like a robot. It's about trading with operational clarity. So, every move under pressure is already defined. When decisions are made beforehand, execution becomes clean. When execution becomes clean, trading becomes quiet. Execution rule number 4, remove time, remove hesitation. Before every session, define valid setups, entry trigger invalidation level, risk per trade management plan, exit logic. During execution, no changes, no quick adjustments, no emotional overrides, no negotiation, ever. The trader who improvises always loses to the trader who prepares. Improvisation is emotional. Preparation is mechanical. Mechanical execution produces consistency, even across losses. Why? Because consistency is built from correct behavior, not random results. Automation begins with repetition under structure. 10 pre-market visual reps. Mark trigger. Speak rules. Confirm stop. Click. You're not trading. You're conditioning. You're training your nervous system to follow rules without hesitation. The body learns. Reaction time disappears. Action flows without distortion. When you eliminate decision-making from inside the trade, something powerful happens. Your mind goes quiet. Fear doesn't leave, but it loses influence. Hesitation has no air to breathe. Price movement stops shaking you because your execution no longer depends on emotion. You aren't chasing signals anymore. You're enforcing code. Automatic execution doesn't make trading perfect. You will still take losses. You will still misread structure sometimes, but you will stop doing the one thing that destroys accounts, hesitating. You will stop leaking discipline. You will stop breaking rules. You will stop losing to yourself. Hesitation was never a personality problem. It was a structural problem. Fix structure and hesitation dies. Behavior wins. Speed of execution wins. Consistency wins. This was execution rule number 4, remove time, remove hesitation. Once your plan is defined before the trade, execution becomes a reflex. You don't wait, you don't negotiate, you don't delay, you act cold, clean, and controlled. Answer this before you go. What ruins your execution more? Hesitation before entry or hesitation during management? Comment below. I'm building this series with you. Next, we close the foundation. Execution rule number 5 goes deeper than fear and deeper than hesitation. It targets identity, and identity controls behavior permanently. Go to the playlist now and continue in sequence. Discipline stacks. Don't break the chain.